Good Sunday morning, friends. You know what that means? It's Sunday dinner. And I've got a doozy for you. This is going to check all the boxes for low-carb, keto, carnivore, delicious, gluten-free. We're making carnivore lasagna. Now, I'm excited. I've never made this recipe before. So let's get to it. In my skillet, I've ground 2 pounds of ground beef, and I've got that off to the side. Oven is heated to 375. It's just a few simple ingredients. I have 6 beaten eggs here. And I have a baking pan with a lip on the side, some parchment paper with some avocado spray, just so my eggs don't stick. Now, the original recipe, they fry the eggs in the skillet, like a egg sandwich. If y'all know what an egg sandwich is, they just left it flat. I'm gonna bake it. I'm gonna see what happens. We're gonna try it, and I hope it doesn't stick to the parchment paper. Fingers crossed. Now, if you're doing strict carnivore, just add salt. If you're a little bit lenient and like some spice like we do, I'm going to add some Italian seasoning to my eggs. This has a little bit of everything in it. Okay, and I'm going to pour this right onto here. This is going to be the noodle part of our lasagna. So it's going to be thin, because that's what we want. I'm going to spread it all out here. Now I've got the oven set to 375. I'm not sure how long we're going to bake it. I'm going to set it for 15 minutes and we're going to go from there. Just going to kind of spread this around. This is what you want to do. All right. I'm going to get this, try to get this to the oven without spilling it. I'm going to put it in the oven, 375. Like I said, we'll start out for 15 minutes. I'll come back and let you know exactly how long it took. While the eggs are baking, we're going to make the carnivore sauce for this carnivore lasagna. And I'm excited about this because I've never tried this before. So what it is an Alfredo sauce. So it's going to be 1 cup of heavy cream. And then 2 cups of grated shredded Parmesan cheese. You can buy it yourself and shred it, or like me, I bought this already shredded. You just want to make sure that nothing else has been added to it. 2 cups of that. I had about 1.5, so I'm going to have to get my other container. So you're just going to put that on the stove until your cheese is melted, and then take it off of the heat. That's it. We're ready to assemble our carnivore lasagna. And look, the eggs did not stick. They turned out perfect. Ooh la la, I'm on a roll today. All right, so I'm just gonna push these aside. 9 by 13. This is probably a 9 by 15 baking dish that I did the eggs on. All right, so we're gonna take this, we're gonna add, I put a little bit of avocado oil down just to make cleanup easier. The ground beef, all I did was salt it when I cooked it. So we're going to take half of our ground beef, put it in the bottom of the pan. Hello, Mason. Mason just got home. All right. Half of the ground beef, bottom of the pan. That looks good. I think that's about half. Next, I think I told you 2 pounds of ground beef, right? Next up is the egg part, our noodle. So, I guess if you wanted to get fancy, you could, you know, cut it into strips like lasagna noodles. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut it in half. Just like that. I'm going to take half for our first layer here, put it on. We're a little short. Guess I should have done a little bit more. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. There we go. We're going to take our sauce. Maybe I used too big of a, you know what? Maybe I'll use a smaller dish. Should I, or should I just leave it? I'll just leave it. It's fine. Maybe you want to use a smaller dish. Or make more eggs. I'm just following the recipe. Next time, I will make more eggs, but I think we're going to be okay. All right. Next up is that sauce. Literally just 1 cup of heavy cream and 2 cups of the shredded Parmesan. We're going to put that right over top of this. Half. You just wanted to melt that Parmesan cheese. There we go. Next up is some Parmesan or some provolone cheese, mozzarella, whatever you have. We're going to put that on top. Go. Next is the rest of the ground beef. Comes together super quick. Next is the egg. So maybe I'll cut this one a little bit different this time. We'll just see what it looks like. We just do that. We'll just lay it in strips. See, you can do it either way, solid, or just kind of lay it into strips like that. All right, the rest of our sauce. It may not be pretty, but hopefully it will taste delicious. I'm kind of anxious to try it with the eggs in place of noodles. I've never done that. I've used zucchini, I've used all kinds of things. But I've never used egg. And I guess if you want to do that, you could use those Egg Life wraps. I've seen them, I've never tried them. We're going to top it off with our cheese. I would say you probably need about 4 cups of cheese to be safe. There you have it. I'm going to add a little bit of this on top, more Italian seasoning. If you're doing strict carnivore, leave that out. I'm gonna pop it in the oven, 375. I'm gonna set the timer. Oh, by the way, the eggs only took 6 minutes. That was it. Next time, double. If you're making this at home, double your eggs. I did 6, do 12. I think you'll have more egg for it. Or put in a smaller pan. All right, 375. I'm gonna set it for 15 minutes. We're gonna go from there and I'll be right back. We'll see what it's gonna look like. 375 for 20 minutes. I turned the broiler on for just a few minutes towards the end to kind of brown up that cheese. Let's cut into it. Probably should let it sit up for a minute, but you know, here we are. Now, if you're not doing carnivore, you could totally have a salad with this. If you're not doing any type of restriction diet or elimination diet, you could have some bread, salad, anything you want to serve on the side. Let's get it up. Ooh. Oh, I just flipped it over. Oh, well. That's what I get for trying to be cute. All right. Looked better before I flipped it. So here we go. Our carnivore lasagna. Let's give it a try. I want to try it with that egg. Just to see. Super hot. Give it a minute here. That cheese pool, friends. Oh my goodness. You are never going to know those are eggs if you didn't know they were eggs. This is amazing. Listen, I was really skeptical. Let me tell you where I got this from because I want to give credit where credit is due. I found this recipe on Pinterest, and it's a low carb, so simple was where I found the original recipe. If you're going to make it, my suggestion is make more eggs. Double the eggs. Winner. Like I said, keto, low carb, carnivore. Mine's dirty carnivore because I added some, extra seasonings there. Gluten tolerance, or just want a delicious Sunday dinner that's quick and easy to throw together. There you have it, friends. Make it. Love it. And have a good day. And as always, thanks for stopping by Krista's Country Kitchen. Have a fantastic Sunday, friends. See you tomorrow.